We're done. Yeah, but they're coming back. We can ask them more. Maybe I can.
All right, good afternoon, everyone.
I'd be happy to.
Are we muted on our end, Karen?
No,
Probably,
no,
right?
you're not. I can hear you.
Kelvin,
Yes,
can you all hear me?
We can hear you. Yes, we can hear you, Chair Rogers.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know if we were muted online. So I'll just go ahead, showing that it's 5 o'clock. We'll move forward with calling the meeting to order, and we will start with roll call. Chandler, could you assist with that?
The sound is
Sir.
not real good today.
Chair Rogers,
Don't you think the
Present.
sound is weird?
Vice Chair Turner Whiteley is excused. Secretary Foyt,
Here.
Treasurer Dukowski,
Present?
Trustee Jones is running late. Trustee Sanchez,
Present.
Trustee Williams Jr.,
Present.
Trustee Fiedler is excused. And Trustee Profit,
Present.
Chair, a quorum is present.
Thank you for that, Chandler. Then we'll start with Pledge of Allegiance. I'm gonna start. I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Chandler, do we have anyone sign up for public comment?
No, Chair, no one has signed up for public comment.
All right, do we have a motion to accept the proposed agenda?
So move.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. We'll move on to agenda item 4, approval of proposed minutes. And we will start with the minutes from the Board of Trustees regular meeting on May 21st, 2026. Do we have a motion to approve? I'm sorry, do we have a motion?
So move.
Do we have a second?
I second.
Any comment or questions or corrections? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. We move to agenda item 4B, Finance and Audit Committee meeting, April 6, 2026. Do we have a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
I do so move.
Do we have a second?
I second.
Any comments, corrections? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. We'll move to the chair's report. And my report is brief. I just want to call everyone's attention to a couple emails that I sent out a few weeks ago, just reminding everyone what the timeline is associated with the executive director's evaluation And then also I sent a later email outlining all the attachments, including the evaluation form, the executive director's goals, and self-assessment for our reference when we have our July meeting. And then the second update is that, the foundation agreement is fully executed between us and the foundation. So that's been a Herculean task, taken many years to get done, but we finally have gotten that taken care of. So I know there's been a lot of questions and work to get us to this point. So we're very optimistic that we're going to have a very fruitful, amicable relationship moving forward. And then also the foundation does have a new president, and that is one of our former board members, Shannon Bilbray Axelrod. So things seem to be moving forward on that front. So I don't know if we have anyone present from the foundation who would like to provide any additional updates on the foundation. Okay, I'm hearing that there's no response there, so I'm assuming no one's present. So that concludes the chair's update or report. And then I would turn it over to library reports and turn it over to Executive Director Watson.
Thank you, Chair Rogers, Board of Trustees. So I've submitted my Executive Director report, which shows all of the majority of the activities for May 2026. Just wanted to call out a couple of things, and that is that the Library District continues to have members of our congressional delegation visit our library locations, specifically our new West Las Vegas Library. Next week on the 16th, we are going to be hosting along with Congressman Horsford at 5 p.m. He's going to have Congressman Jim Clyburn from South Carolina, who will be in town, and they will be at the library. One of the other things that I did over the last few weeks was to actually tour the new Workforce Connections location with along with Dr. Rogers. As you know, Workforce Connections is a great partner of ours with our employee envy sites. And so if any of the trustees are interested in touring their location, just let me know and we can make that happen. Also considering our partnership, Workforce Connections has also offered us to have any future meetings that we would like to have at their location as well. Their location, of course, is right across from City Hall in the new in that new facility that is bringing in a lot of community members, and of course our Chamber of Commerce, the Vegas Chamber of Commerce, is also located in that same building. So at this time, Chair, I'll take any questions that any board members have regarding my Executive Director's report.
Thank you, Director Watson. So I'll open up the floor to any of the trustees that have any questions concerning the submitted reports.
I think we're doing that later, to doing the presentation later, right, Leo? Okay. I was going to call up a report, but we'll wait until
The risk
we have
management, right?
Later. Yes.
Yes, that's a later item. All right, we're hearing that there are no reports. No questions concerning reports. Do we have a motion to accept all the library reports as submitted?
I
I'll make that
to
motion.
accept the library reports.
No, I'll second it.
Okay, Chandler, did you get that? Who made the motion and who seconded it?
Yes.
Thank
Okay,
you.
great. All right, since there were no questions concerning reports, I assume that we're ready to call for the question. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, motion carries. We'll move on to agenda item 7, unfinished business. We have nothing under that item, so we will move to agenda item 8, new business. We do not have any consent agenda items. So we'll move to our individual regular agenda items under new business. And we will start with the presentation regarding the 2026 Customer Appreciation Week program recap and outcome. So Director Watson, I'll turn it over to you, to the staff person who's going to make that presentation.
So we're going to have Leo Segura and and Irma will join. Irma is going to be giving the presentation. He's a little nervous, so just so everybody knows, put him on the spot. Put him on the spot. So that way we can give him some encouragement. So Irma Reinhardt is our support manager, and so he is going to deliver the Customer Appreciation 2026 recap.
And just as a reminder, this is for information only.
Good afternoon, Irma Reinhardt, Library Operations Support Manager for the record. First of all, trustees, Director Watson, thank you for having me here today. So Chance from Mesquite was also supposed to join me here today, but unfortunately he's running a bit late. Mesquite's pretty far away. So, but Chance was the chair for Customer Appreciation 2026. So before we move forward, this report is just to give you a brief look at this year's Customer Appreciation event, share some insights from the survey we collected in conjunction with the event. So Customer Appreciation is an annual event which occurs during National Library Week. The goals for the event are to thank our customers for their support of our libraries and to generate feedback from customers, learn more about how they use our libraries and what they want to see in our libraries. This year's event occurred April 19th through the 25th across all 25 of our branches, with each branch selecting one day that week where they would emphasize customer appreciation with their programs and host a table to greet customers, share swag, treats, take and makes, and more. This year, we wanted to encourage customers to try new activities and visit other branches. So with our theme, Explore Your Library, we designed a passport program where customers could collect stamps from each of our district locations for more chances to win the grand prize. And this image here, you can see an example of our passport, which has all 25 of our branch locations. During Customer Appreciation Week, over 70,000 customers visited just these 13 locations listed here. 11,349 customers visited these branches on their selected Customer Appreciation Day, which are highlighted in yellow, and on average saw 9% higher foot traffic as compared to a typical day of the week. We received 1,967 responses from all 25 branches during Customer Appreciation Week. Our first question asked customers which libraries they identified as their home library, the top three being Clark County, East Las Vegas, and Windmill. For the smaller Greater Clark County branches, Indian Springs, Blue Diamond, and Sandy Valley were selected. We asked our customers how long they had been with the library district. Almost half of customers identified they had been with the district for 5 or more years, and 34% of customers stated they had been with the district for 10 or more years. This long patronage of our customers is a good sign that we have developed strong relationships within our communities and that our customers see the value in the services and resources we provide. Also encouraging is that new membership made up 15% of respondents, indicating that we are reaching new demographics as Clark County and Las Vegas continue to grow. When customers were asked what their favorite events and programs were, the responses consisted of a healthy mix. This question allowed for customers to select multiple options, and customers seemed to enjoy many of our programs, with the top two being crafts and cooking and music concerts. Customers were asked what social services were of interest to them and responded that health and wellness and educational resources were of most import. As a district, we are actively looking to meet this need through our partnerships with 3 Square, Clean the World, Nevada Hand, and many other organizations throughout Clark County. Customers were asked what their preferred opening and closing times were. Customers overwhelmingly selected 9 a.m. opening and 8 p.m. closing. Our current closing time of 8 p.m. is in line with customer expectations. However, our library is currently open at 10 a.m. If we look at the traffic patterns here, we can see this somewhat aligns with the customer expectations. As we can see on the gate count in, customer traffic tends to be highest right at opening and then slowly dwindles with a spike from the afternoon, kids getting out of school. And then our last question wasn't designed to collect data. This was designed to hear from our customers some of their stories and what they loved about the library. So in these next two slides, you'll see some images of our winners, as well as a few of our favorite stories. I won't read through every single one, but I will highlight a few. I love going to the public library and picking up magazines for my mom to read. She was born in Italy and has learned to read all on her own through using the public library. Cookbooks and magazines are her favorite. They are perfect for a short bout of reading and written on an easy level. We also love visiting the Dia de los Muertos exhibit at the library. It was beautiful and educational. Seeing another culture is the best way to learn about it. I attended the grand opening of the new West Vegas library, and wow, what an amazing space. I saw a little girl on her way out ask her parents to take her picture on every book bench, then say, "I love this place." It was heartwarming, and I agreed with her. It is a great location. And of course, I have to mention this one. I don't have a particular moment, but I notice when I'm in the library, people become friendlier. Lovely to see. Also, huge shout out to Mr. Kelvin Watson. I've had a library card here in Las Vegas when we only had the downtown library over 55 years ago. And Mr. Watson is the best individual to ever happen to our libraries. I've traveled and visited libraries. There are none that come close to ours. I'm so proud of that and thankful for Mr. Watson's guidance and care for us. And finally, I do want to mention a special shout out to one of our customers, Chris. So Chris was able to make it to all 25 of our branches during Customer Appreciation Week. They managed to attend 24 out of 25 Customer Appreciation Days, with many of those being on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so there's a lot of overlap. But she traveled to every single branch and completely filled out her passport. And there she is in the hat over at Sahara West Library. So huge shout out to her. And with that, thank you very much. And if you have questions, let me know.
All right, you did well. I don't know what the nervousness was over, but you did a
Thank you.
great presentation. So I'll open up to the fellow board members to see if they have any questions or comments concerning the customer appreciation presentation.
That's so good.
Great presentation. Congratulations to the entire library district. That was absolutely amazing and very inspiring.
Chair?
Yes, that
I just
Trustee
have,
Williams.
Yes, I just had one question. I was just wondering who paid Executive Director Watson for that last.
Purely
Well versed.
unsolicited, really unsolicited. I was surprised when I heard it as well, Trustee Williams. So
I know evaluation time is coming up soon, so I was just wondering.
The timing is curious, right? It's a little.
Timing was perfect.
All right. Any other questions or comments or accolades? But yes, I certainly concur with Trustee Prophet's remarks, just concerning great job all around. I know it takes an entire team to have consistent quality services across all of our many branches, addressing all the unique and diverse needs of all of our constituents that come through and use our facilities. And so I just commend you all for always just rising to the occasion and meeting all of our clients where they are, and always be willing to disrupt the way we think we want to do business and shaping what we do to align with the needs of our different communities that we support. So, and I certainly appreciate Director Watson's leadership and his leadership team and all that you do to set the direction and the tone for the entire organization. So it's certainly a privilege on my part to be part of the board, and I'm always bragging about all the work that we do. And then I know that I always hear when I'm at different events, people raving about just collectively their experiences when they partake in any of our services across all of our branches. So thank you for all that you all do. Okay, with that said, we will move to our next agenda item number 2, which is discussion and possible board action regarding the election of board officers for the fiscal year 2026-27, and that's our executive board. And a company resolution 2026-01, and I'll turn it over to Trustee Sanchez, who has been leading this nomination process.
Thank you, Chair. Just to let our board members know that today at 4:30, we had an agenda and we voted on the new slate for next year's board. This is to serve the 2026-2027 timeframe. And the slate is as follows. For Chair, we have Keith Rogers. For Vice Chair, we have Kate Whiteley Turner. For Treasurer, we have Karen Ditzkowski. And for Secretary, we have Elizabeth Foyt. That is our slate. Are there any questions or are there any nominations on the floor for other members? If not, would the board accept this slate? All those in, can I get a nomination for that?
So moved.
Thank you. I need a second, please.
I'll second it.
Second.
Okay, seeing that there's no nays, are there any nays? Seeing none, we will move forward with this slate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Sanchez, for chairing this process. And congratulations to all the executive board members. I know we're all the same, but I appreciate, you all trusting me as the board chair, and I certainly appreciate all the things that you all do collectively as the executive board and also just our general board. So looking forward to having another amazing, successful year of just improving how we support our community and its needs. We move to our final agenda item under the regular agenda, which is discussion and possible board action regarding report from the district's risk management committee regarding recommendations for a contract awarding for the property and casualty insurance and public officials and employment practices liability insurance for the policy year commencing on July 15, 2026. And I believe we
Chair,
have, yes,
you-
Councilman.
you need a motion to pass resolution 2026-01. That's part of your election.
Thank you, Councilman Well. And I have limited visibility on my laptop, so I will probably call for someone to assist with reading that full motion.
Thank you. Yeah. If you don't mind, I'll go ahead and do that. We move forward to a motion to pass resolution 2026-01, authorizing Floresto Caballas. Oh, wait, you know what? I think I'm on the wrong one.
That's
Oh, wait,
correct.
hold on. Yeah, motion to pass resolution 2026-01, authorizing Floresto Caballas, CFO, and newly elected treasurer to execute checks on behalf of the library district until June 30th, 2027. In the event that the library board treasurer is unable to perform the duties of treasurer or that the position of treasurer is vacant for any reason, then in that event, the secretary of the library board of trustees, Elizabeth Foyt, is authorized to execute checks on behalf of the library district until June 30th, 2027, or until a new treasurer is elected. So for treasurer, again, this motion is for, why am I forgetting? Karen Ditzkowski as treasurer, and if she's not available, then we're authorizing the secretary to sign the checks. That would be Elizabeth Foyt. Can I get
So
I
moved.
second.
okay, thank you. In a second?
I second.
Great. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you very much.
I'm very good at spending money.
Thank you again, Trustee Sanchez. And thank you, Councilman Welch, for that, making sure we dotted the I's and crossed the T's the right way there with that agenda item. Okay, moving to agenda item 3. I will not repeat all of that mouthful for that, but I believe that we have Mr. John Vito, who is going to lead that agenda item. So I'll turn it over to Mr. Vito.
We have a discussion and possible board action regarding a report from the district's risk management committee regarding recommendation for contract award for property and casualty insurance and public officials and employment practices liability insurance for the policy year commencing July 15th, 2026. The background is the district's property and casualty insurance, public officials, and employment practice liability insurance renew effective July 15th. USI Insurance Services, broker of record, conducted a thorough review of the district's current policies and coverages and prepared a proposal, insurance package and recommendation for contract board. The Board of Trustees Risk Management Committee met with the broker of record prior to today's board meeting for a presentation for the broker's proposal and to discuss staff's review and recommendations for contract award. The Risk Management Committee brings forth the following recommendations for contract award to the board. Motion to authorize staff to award a contract for property and casualty insurance and public officials, employment practices liability insurance through USI Insurance Services to Travelers, Cowbell, Chubb Federal, Lloyd's of London, Great American, Indian Harbor, and Atlantic Specialty at an annual premium of not to exceed $546,565 for the policy year commencing on July 15th, 2026, subject to final review by council. I also have with me Brandon Lewis, our USI broker of record, to answer any technical questions anybody has. We did do a full presentation to the Risk Management Committee, but we're happy to answer any specific question from the full board.
And then I'll open it. Thank you, Mr. Vito. I'll turn it over to my trustees to see if you have any questions.
I just wanted to say for the record, I was in the risk management meeting, so thank you for detailing and outlining why we're doing what we're doing, and also that we are trying to make sure that we keep our budget in line. So thank you to the company doing that, and thank you for making sure that instead of a 10% increase, it was 4% or thereabouts. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you for that. And I don't have any additional questions. I was also in that meeting as well. So if there are no further questions from the board, then we will see if we have a motion to accept the agenda item. And I would just ask that whoever commits to make the motion, if you could just read that, would be appreciated.
Okay, I'll make the motion. Motion to authorize staff to award a contract for property and casualty insurance and public officials and employment practice liability insurance through USI Insurance Service to Travelers, Cobell, Chubb Federal, Lloyd's of London, Great American, Indian Harbor, and Atlantic Specialty at an annual premium not to exceed $546,565 for the policy year commencing on July 15, 2026, subject to final review by council.
Thank you, Trustee Williams. Do we have a second?
I'll second. This is Trustee Dukowski.
Thank you, Trustee Dukowski. Any questions before we call for the vote? Okay, hearing none. So all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. We will move to agenda item number 9, executive session.
Thank you.
And I do not see that we have anything under executive session, which is always great, from my opinion. And then we move to agenda item 10, announcements. And we just have our July board meeting that's going to be on the 9th at, at our Flamingo location. There will be no regular Board of Trustees meeting scheduled for the month of August. That's our off month. Thank you. And then the September board meeting will reconvene on Thursday, the 10th of September at our West Las Vegas library. Does any other board members have any announcements that they want to share? Okay, hearing none. Chandler, do we have anyone sign up for public comment?
No, Chair. No one has signed up for public comment.
All right, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Wait, second.
Okay, thank you. We are officially adjourned. Not bad, 28 minutes, and we had 3 agenda items to vote on. So good job, everyone. All right, everyone, take care. Have a great rest of your week and weekend.
Thank you.